What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Trend or Trap for Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. I'm Dan Karpuc, here for TrendsCenter. Of course, as always, we are going to go through 3 MLB games, and I'm going to decide whether the TrendsCenter trend is a trend to tail or a trap to fade. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to start off with the Mariners at the Pirates. Interesting matchup here between George Kirby, 5-7 with a 4.10 ERA, versus Mitch Keller, 5-4 with a 4.92 ERA. Per TrendsCenter, with a day of rest, the Mariners have gone 30-12 to the over with 71.43% for 16.8 units of profit, 36.36% ROI when priced 1 plus 140 or shorter since July 9th, 2024. Is this a trend to tail with over 8.5 runs or a trap to fade with under 8.5 runs? My lean here is to say that this is a trend to tail with over 8.5 runs. So over Kirby's last 33 innings pitched across 6 starts, he's allowed 45 hits, 23 earned runs, good for a 6.27 ERA. That's not good. Not only that, but he hasn't allowed under 3 earned runs in any of those 6 starts. So really recent cold stretch for Kirby. Kirby's profile looks solid across the board with the lone exception of hard hit rate, whiff rate, and average exit velo. Strikeout rate is also a little bit low, lower than you'd like to see, lower than the league average, I should say. Keller has struggled. He's had a -4 pitching run value rating, which ranks in the bottom 4th of active pitchers. He also ranks in the 7th percentile of XBA, 19th percentile in xERA. Very, very troubling statistics there. Red flags all over the place. He struggles across the board with a low whiff rate, low strikeout rate, and high hard hit rate. 2/3 of Pirates home games have gone over the total so far, which is right in line with this trend as well. So I'm going to lean over and say that this is a trend to tail. Heading into the Phillies at the Nationals, Jesus Luzardo, 6-4 with a 4.20 ERA versus Zack Littell, 6-6 with a 5.45 ERA. Per TrendsCenter, the over has gone 41, 22, and 3. That is 65.08% for 16.8 units, 23.14% ROI in Nationals games that have started before 7 o'clock this season. 7 o'clock Eastern, I should say. Is this a trend to tail with over 8.5 runs or a trap to fade with under 8.5 runs? My lean here is to say that this is a trend to tail with over 8.5 runs. So Jesus Luzardo's entire pitching profile is pretty elite across the board, especially his 95th percentile hard hit rate. That's definitely what you like to see. However, the Nationals own the best OPS against left-handed pitching in the entire majors. So those two things kind of even out for me. Yes, Luzardo grades out really well pretty much in every single advanced metric. However, this Nationals team really has hit lefties well, as I just mentioned. Zack Littell, on the other hand, grades out as one of the worst starting pitchers in the majors, ranks either worst or among the worst in xERA, XBA, average exit velo, whiff rate, strikeout rate, barrel rate, hard hit rate, and even more. If you go on Baseball Savant, his entire profile just screams trouble. It's very, very bad. The Phillies have the pop to go over this 8.5 run mark by themselves. I think the value is with the over and the trend. I'm not going to overthink this one, so I'm going to say that that is a trend to tail as well. Finally, the Athletics at the Giants. Aaron Savali is going to be on the mound for the Athletics. He's 5-3 with a 4.91 ERA versus Robbie Ray, 5-6 with a 4.07 ERA. Per TrendsCenter, since July 24th, 2025, the Athletics have gone 51-36 as an underdog. That's 58.62% on the money line. 25.47 units of profit, 29.07% ROI. So really impressive when listed as underdogs. Is this a trend to tail with the Athletics plus 105 or a trap to fade with the Giants minus 120? My lean here is to say that this is a trend to tail, the third one in a row in this episode with the Athletics plus 105. So the Athletics have won 4 of Savali's last 6 starts. While he's been brutal lately, he's pitched well enough to at least stifle the Giants in a 5-2 win back in mid-May. His profile looks brutal, but the Giants rank 23rd in home OPS. I'm not going to buy their recent hot streak at the plate. I think that's more of an aberration than anything else. The Giants have won 5 straight times when Robbie Ray has been on the mound, but he's had an insane, and I mean insane, amount of run support in those wins. Get this, 8 19, 18, 11, and 7 runs that his team has scored in that span of 5 starts. Ray has given up a very high barrel rate, very low ground ball rate, has a 19th percentile xERA. I don't trust the streak that he's on or those random crazy nights at the plate that the Giants have had. I don't trust this team whatsoever. The A's own the 5th best OPS against southpaws, have a ton of pop in their lineup. I'm going to take a shot on them as road underdogs. So that does it for this episode of Trend or Trap. 3 trends that I actually think are worth tailing. No traps today, unfortunately, for the haters out there. But as always, if you want to take advantage of an exclusive offer at this point in the show, enter code POD50 over at TrendsCenter, and you could play exciting games like Beat the Streak, which we just launched yesterday officially. So check that out. But POD50 will get you 50% off your first month of premium access. So do that, and I will be right back here tomorrow for another episode of Trend or Trap.